Hello, everyone. I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope you guys had a nice little Thanksgiving week. I do apologize, this is Bodo, for making you sit through this. I understand, um, I was late on my campaign speech and I misunderstood, and I do apologize for the inconvenience that this has caused you. I did make a second, or I guess like a first, upload of this speech exactly, but that was during the time when I had the flu. I'm feeling a lot better now. I can actually talk without coughing every 5 seconds, and I'm actually able to have my webcam on this time as well. So this is just a quick little re-record. I did edit the speech a little bit, but it's nothing too out of the ordinary. But that being said, let's go and delve right into it. So just to start off, this is the Second Amendment campaign speech. The discourse surrounding the Second Amendment echoes through the corridors of history. A testament, geez, sorry, a testament to the enduring principles upon which our nation was founded. As we delve into the significance of this constitutional pillar, we find guidance in the words of James Madison. James Madison, if you, for those of you who don't know, he was a founding father. He helped write the Constitution. He helped create the amendments. However, James Madison specifically helped create the Second Amendment, and he was quoted in saying, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed." We're going to go and highlight that for a second. Shall not be infringed. We'll get back to that in a moment. In our exploration, we aim to reaffirm the relevance of these words and their integral role in shaping the American narrative. To embark on this journey, let us delve deeper into the roots of the Second Amendment and its historical context. The genesis of the Second Amendment lies in the crucible of the American spirit, grounded in our collective history and woven into our national identity. It is not a mere provision on parchment, rather, it is a dynamic force molded by the necessary by the necessity of a well-armed citizenry of the security of a free state, whether we were defending against the redcoats in the 1700s or safeguarding our homes today. This right remains a cornerstone of American democracy. In the 1700s, the tool of choice was a Model 1861 U.S. musket. Today, it might manifest as civilian-issued Smith & Wesson 5.56mm AR-15. Although the tools evolve, the purpose endures. The protection of families, the preservation of our way of life, and history reinforces this sentiment as illustrated by Japanese Admiral Ishiroku Yamato's, I apologize if I butchered that, acknowledgement during World War II, highlighting the deterrent effect of an armed populace. Admiral Ishiroku was quoted in saying that you cannot simply invade the American land, as there would be a rifle behind every single blade of grass. Now, that's pretty high praise coming from, someone who was supposed to be our enemy during that time of 1942, sorry. Yet the Second Amendment transcends external threats, and it serves as a reminder to those who govern that the American people will not tolerate any tyranny, and it symbolizes our unwavering commitment to freedom, a beacon of declaring our allegiance to liberty above all else. And as we reflect upon this dual purpose of the Second Amendment, let us explore its continued relevance in contemporary society. In modern context, the American Second Amendment retains its vitality by demanding a balance between the preservation of rights and the safety of our communities, responsible gun ownership, safety measures, and education becoming integral to the exercise of this right. The amendment is not a relic, but a living testament to the foundational principles of our nation. In contemplating the Second Amendment, we must recognize this it as both a right and a responsibility, as it embodies the foresight of our founding fathers, ensuring security against external threats and the potential for domestic tyranny. Upholding this legacy requires a collective commitment to preserving the delicate equilibrium between individual freedoms and communal safety. Communal safety, meaning the Second Amendment was just given to you just to protect your family. There have been many instances, such as there was a shooting at some point. There's a shooting, I believe this was back in 2013, where a man had brought a gun into a Texas church. Well, that man did not obtain that gun legally by any means. Instead, Two armed citizens who legally had their own weapons took him down and were able to stop him from killing any more families or any more children within that church. And that could have been a repeat of the I believe it was the 2000. No, this is much later. I'm sorry, but 2008 the mosque shooting that happened in New Zealand, that horrible shooting. But in recent times, the sanctity of the Second Amendment has faced challenges, particularly in the legislative arena. Congress, in its pursuit of addressing public safety concerns, I don't know if you guys can see that part, sorry, public safety concerns, has proposed measures that many infringe upon the fundamental rights to bear arms. Advocates for gun control contend that the restriction of certain types of firearms to enhance background checks are necessary steps to prevent gun violence. However, opponents argue that such measures encroach upon the rights enshrined by the Second Amendment, placing undue restrictions on law abiding citizens. Undue restrictions on law abiding citizens. Well, I would like to point out for a second you can't make every single weapon illegal and expect every single criminal to not have them. If it were as simple as that, we wouldn't have drugs, we wouldn't have guns, we wouldn't have violence as a whole. But as as much as it is as sucks, sorry, as bad as it is to say, it's a little too late for that. If this had been done much earlier within within the timeline of America, this would have worked. But as seeing as it is now, there are double the guns in America than there are the people. Just let that sink in for a second. But the debate surrounding gun control legislation often center on finding a delicate balance between individual liberties and societal safety as Congress grapples with crafting cunning policies in response to the evolving landscape of public opinion and concerns about mass shootings. The tension between safeguarding the Second Amendment and addressing pressing safety issues remains palpable. Although it may seem innocent enough, this could be another play at reducing our rights as Americans, the rights that were set in stone back in the year of 1776. And as we conclude this exploration of the Second Amendment, let us be mindful of its enduring importance and it is not a static provision, but a dynamic force that weaves through the fabric of American history. Let the freedom of the founding fathers guide us as we navigate through the balance between liberty and safety. In doing so, we contribute to preservation of a nation where, where where the rights of the people are safeguarded, and the flame of liberty continues to illuminate our path. Thank you, and may the spirit of freedom endure in the heart of America. Here I have my works cited, ranging from James Madison's biography. We're not gonna, don't worry, we won't go through the entire thing, but it's just a brief, just like a brief little segment. But Edward Yamatel's biography as well, the NRA's taken the Second Amendment, and the attack on the Second Amendment from the American Congress itself. It's just a brief history of James Madison and how he was as he came up, and how he came to be a founding father. This is the military history of Admiral Yamato Ishiroku. This is the NRA's take on the Second Amendment and how it should be defined. Here we have a nice little quote from James Madison himself. And this is just a public document that the Congress has made as well in regards to the Second Amendment and them waging a war on the Second Amendment is how they put it. Anyways, I thank you for taking the time to listen to my speech. I do apologize for the lateness of it as well, but I really do hope you have a good weekend going forward, and I hope you have a good one, Mrs. Bodo. All right, bye.